Hello, guys. I am Shane Davis. Look down, smash that like button because we're going to go through a lot of culture war stuff in today's video. As Marvel Comics absolutely needs Comicsgate for New York Comic Con. I'm not even making this up. Somebody tagged me on this and sent this to me on Twitter. But, guys, before I get into it, look down below, hit that like button, hit that, smack it. All right, so here we go. New official Marvel logo on display at New York Comic Con. And we see a lot of different styles of artwork here, of course. But up here in the corner here, up in the top of the E and the middle of the E are going to be two people. We're going to scroll through this right there. Doctor Strange by yours truly, Shane Davis. Woo! Back at Marvel, guys. Back in the saddle. I didn't even know I was working at Marvel still. Wow, being put up there on the logo. Wow, Marvel, wow. And right below there, Luke Cage, drawn by Dale Keown. Now, this is interesting. Why? Because obviously they wanted good artwork to showcase the brand, which is Marvel, right? I mean, obviously, here's a better photo. Somebody tagged me in on Twitter. I'm not at NYCC, but I love to see the work of Dale Keown. That's Dale Keown right there. And Shane Davis represented in Luke Cage and Doctor Strange, respectively. Now, my Doctor Strange here is actually from a Doctor Strange #1 variant cover. Now, obviously, Marvel's allowed to, obviously, they own the artwork to reuse that artwork. But this is an interesting time with Trump as president. And obviously, there was a big divide back in 2015, 2016 when Trump won the election that caused a lot of creators to kind of get kicked out of the mainstream industry. And this is actually super topical because of the conversation of AI artwork. Both Marvel and DC at this con have taken a stance against AI artwork. Jim Lee went on to a rant yesterday, and Marvel had a direct question at CB Cebulski, and he says that basically he does not endorse it and actually tries to deviate from it. He goes that basically if he sees a portfolio, their stance regarding AI, CB Cebulski confirms that Marvel Comics has never used AI. They go to lengths to detect it and have severed ties with any artist caught using it. This is where this whole topic gets interesting to me, to see representatives of the comic industry sit at this con and say, look, we need human beings making comics. Well, Jim Lee's out here talking, we need the imperfections, we need the blemishes. That's part of the journey. That's what makes the art captivating. They're both anti-AI. I'm kind of like, you guys have already been doing AI artwork. Follow me on this. You don't want to hire artists or creators that happen to be conservative or Republican, or they just don't go along with transitioning children or any of this stuff. You go out of your way to pander to certain demographics for Pride Month every year, which is fine, but you really step aside to quit calling artists, to do work. But when it comes time to actually try to put a banner up that looks good, you're going to find yourself going back in the old time machine and grabbing artwork before you quit hiring certain people because of their politics. Because why? Because the people that look at Marvel Comics, the people that look at the artwork, at the characters on an image or t-shirt or whatever, guess what? The normies don't really care about the politics of the guy that drew their Spider-Man. They don't care. They don't. They just care that the drawing looks good. That's it. That the image looks good. And why I'm bringing up the AI thing, I'm like, why are you guys fighting it? You've already been trying to push human beings out of working in comics because they may or may not vote for somebody. So why be against AI? That makes zero sense, except there's a legal issue. The legalities of owning the actual story and artwork. That's the problem. Can you actually own it without a human being actually working on it? So now they care about the humans. Well, if you care about the imperfections and stuff, then wouldn't you care about representation of conservative values in artwork? You guys go out of your way to hire every demographic, every nationality, every sexuality, every ism out there, except a certain type. Actually, this is the hypocrisy I feel of both CB Cebulski and Jim Lee in this stance. I mean, it's kind of weird. I'll be honest, it's kind of weird to actually see my artwork used by Marvel again for like whatever this is. I'm unsure what this logo is even for. I guess it's at the con, but whatever. Let me explain part of this. I got more cover requests from Marvel ever do. A lot of variant covers. And what I mean is like I couldn't do them because they were always due at the same time because of the preview magazine. So the reality of it is like the phone quit ringing one day. The phone quit ringing one day when I went on stream with Ethan Van Sciver or I was around Comicsgate. That phone, I thought I missed a phone bill. It's like, does it still work? I'm picking it up. No emails, no nothing. We don't need a cover from you anymore, Shane. We were only bombarding you with like 3 or 4 a month, every month, as you're drawing a comic at DC. It just turned off one day, just like that. The last cover I think of mine that ever published was a Black Widow cover that was a high-end variant cover. I think it had a first appearance of a character in it. And there were people saying, please, Marvel, don't print that book. He is Comicsgate. And it's funny because both companies at this point are begging people to come back. They're begging people to come back in technique and crossovers. We're getting a Superman Spider-Man crossover. That's supposed to bring guys back. This logo, look, they just wanted good-looking artwork to represent their company. But, I mean, then why don't you call me and Dale Keown for new artwork? Like, what's the point? I mean, look, Marvel has the ability to print this as much as they want. That's not an issue. It's just the hypocrisy of it as they talk about, no, we need the imperfections of human artwork and no to AI. And look, I'm not saying being a conservative is an imperfection. Actually, I would say being a radical left is imperfection. But the problem is you're actually deciding and making a conscious effort to knock out what is over 50%, if you look at the last election, of the American attitude, of the morals of most of America right now. And you're just saying, no, Mark Waid out there saying he doesn't want to work with anybody on the right, out there just publicly saying it. Nobody at Marvel or DC is firing Mark Waid. He's actually blacklisting and threatening anybody that maybe votes a certain way that you will not get work at mainstream comics anymore. Recently, they had to pull Gretchen's book off of Red Hood because of radical tweets about cops killing themselves and Charlie Kirk. I mean, but now you guys are like, no, we need the human element. You guys have subtracted over 50% of the human element, the opposite opinion of yours, and you filled the comic book industry up. I mean, how many years here you haven't generated a better Doctor Strange image from one of your token people you're hiring that you could put on this, or a better Luke Cage image? Like, that makes zero sense. And I'm like, it's perplexing to me, the state of comics right now. And they're both realizing public domain and AI is a problem. And it's about the people, guys. It's about the humans. It's about, you guys have made it almost like a hive mind computer. You've taken out any opposite opinion. And you've actually scared people that do have an opposite opinion to just echo yours. That just because they're saying that they're all for all your politics doesn't mean when they go to the voting booth, they're actually hitting that button. I mean, you guys are surrounded by a bunch of people that are lying to you just to keep their job. The comic industry really needs to sort itself out. To be honest, blacklist. I mean, guys, why is there not more conservatives working at Marvel and DC? Really, that should be an issue when you guys go up at these booths and CB Cebulski sitting there or Jim Lee sitting there taking questions. That's a real question. Like, why not? Where's the representation there? If you guys will hit like, subscribe, ring the bell for notification. Also, please go check out our own crowdfunding books. Right now, we have one up that's coming down the 1st of November. Make sure to grab a copy of that. Once we get to $140,000, every book backer is going to get an ash can of a previous 16-page story. So you get a free mini comic with purchase of this, of any book tier. So go check it out. We're really close to 140, guys. I know you guys will love it. This is a prequel to my own comic, Inglorious Rex. You can still pick it up in our store. Starlight Cats is all ages. Inglorious Rex, we've passed $300,000 3 times on it. I'm sure you're going to love this. Go check it out. I'll leave you guys with a trailer for this, and we'll catch you guys again with another video.
If fighting was a god, I would worship him. I would bow to him. I would pray for victory. For he only grants opportunities. But behind every god lurks a devil. And the devil wants me to take a dive. My name is Annatomic. And this is how my legend was made.